this thing we call life is not to be taken for granted because one day you're here, one day you're gone. 2021 was a hell of a fucking year.
Crazy.
This shit is crazy, man. But on our lighter side of things, let's get into the debates. There's going to be a couple debates this episode. So to start the episode, the first debate, Edwin, can you maybe try to pull up to the best of your ability, because we didn't acknowledge earlier, but Marlon is out for those who are not, for those who are aware, the common producer, he's out today. Potential COVID case pending.
Potential.
God forbid. Pending. We're getting the test results for that. We're going to get that figured out and get him back in the studio for you guys next week. But, Marlon, shout out to Marlon. He's going to send us his list and his debate topics and everything for next episode. We're going to discuss them. But right now, we're going to talk about Jay-Z. He said this. Play the audio when you can.
Every stand on that stage with me, I ain't gonna lie, no disrespect. Everyone's amazing and done what they done. No one can stand on that stage with me. I'm just telling you guys the real. It's not a shot. There's not a chance in hell that anyone can stand on that stage with me for I don't know how long it is. 2 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours.
Right.
Look, you gotta stand in front of the Grammy family freestyle live. No one's ever even seen me perform that. Like, you got to stand in front of that. That ain't gonna never happen, man. Let's move on from Versus and let's get back to the this Keys album.
But first, before we move on from Versus, we definitely have to get my husband.
Listen, all right, so
Rich, you could change the topic. I'm tired of Versus. Let's talk about the Keys.
Let's talk about Alicia Keys' album, The Legend Alicia, that's actually in the room, aside from me, another legend alive. Listen, Jay-Z is stating what a lot of rappers have stated. The most recent rapper to state it, but then go through a versus, was Fat Joe. He said that no one could beat me. It was impossible. Fat Joe, you lost. You lost. Ja Rule beat you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Ja Rule's just different,
bro. Ja Rule's different, but I thought Fat Joe didn't. There's songs he didn't play that he could have played, and that is what it comes down to. For those who don't know, you must be living under a rock. But if you are living under a rock, I don't judge you. You can live however you want to live. But this is the breakdown. Versus is something that Swizz Beatz and Timbaland, two famous hip hop producers, established, and rappers go at it almost like a video game style. Like they should maybe make this a video game. I don't know how they would do it, but they would have to do it in the future because this feels like Ultimate Street Fighter. When you pick, like when you pick the fighter, they could do some shit like that, Guitar Hero style. Maybe like the songs you pick them. It'll be. I might have just given away $1 billion idea. That shit, I might have to make that shit myself. But Versus is like these like ideas that, oh, who should face who? He would face him. Oh my God, I want to see that happen. And Jay-Z, arguably the best rapper of all time. I think he's the greatest rapper of all time when it's all said and done. I think. But that's more, I would say, skill-wise. When it comes down to songs, in my opinion, I don't think he can say that no one can beat him. Because I think there's a lot of people that can pick. Let me not exaggerate. Not a lot of people. But there's definitely a select few.
Small circle, man.
That can pick 20 records and they'll be better than Jay-Z. Not all 20. It'll be a rough match. It'll be a 7-game series.
Can you give me 5 people? Can you do 5 people? I don't think I can think of 5 people that can go against Jay-Z. I just don't see it.
2 of them are dead.
Okay.
Biggie and Tupac.
So then you can't count them already. You know what I'm saying?
Drake.
Nah.
Kanye.
Okay.
And Lil Wayne. I think so.
No Nas at all.
I don't think Nas, man. Because Nas, I think he could beat him if we're talking about like performance, and then it's tough because, okay, what he said there in the fucking clip was like, oh, and you got to stand in front of Grammy family freestyle, like you got to stand and like in front of me face and me performing that, like I never done it live. It's a hard freestyle, but bro, you play that, I don't think it's gonna necessarily beat people's, like, if Lil Wayne goes and he plays a Milli, if Lil Wayne goes plays Lollipop,
gonna be singing along to it. And
like you have to like have, but then you can't have the Jadakiss effect because Jadakiss had probably the best moment in hip hop this year.
That was incredible.
Yeah,
during the verses.
Yeah, we went into it going for the locks, but they outperformed them.
Yeah,
like
no, we went into it going for Dipset.
I mean, yeah, the Dipset, yeah.
Like a lot of people did. And then they got outperformed by the Locks.
Exactly. Prepared.
Yeah, but then there's also a lot of things play into it. That's why, and the thing is, a lot of people have said this like cockily, like, oh, no one could beat me, blah, blah, blah. But then now Jay-Z has said it, and it feels like it sparked the most controversy and more debates than ever. Because you have to take everything into account. Because also, we want to see it happen. It's not that we don't want to see it happen. But it's like, if it happens, bro, take it into account the audience. Do you have an audience? Jay-Z's so big, you might have to not do an audience. It might have to just be straight up, like how they did during quarantine, the rap battles.
Gotta be in New York, though.
But then, would it have to be? Maybe you need some neutral ground. Because if you do have, let's say, Lil Wayne, you can't do it in New Orleans. Maybe you have to do that shit in Las Vegas, L.A. to be neutral. Or if you do, who else did I say? Drake. You can't do it in Toronto, New York. You do it neutral, somewhere neutral. Because if we're talking like this shit is like playoffs, you gotta like have neutral ground. You don't want to have home advantage. You know what I'm saying? People who are gonna represent the home are gonna fly out if they're gonna fly out.
I also feel like Jay-Z's demographic is just different. Like I feel like there's older, maybe not older, but middle-aged white people who listen to Jay-Z who will rock with him. I feel like certain people, they don't rock with Lil Wayne because it's just what he raps about. You know what I'm saying? So in a certain way, you can't. That's why I say that I don't think they would go together. Because I feel like, in a way, Lil Wayne raps about completely different things. Like, this is just like pussy, money, weed. And then Jay-Z is more like, I'm a fucking billionaire, bro. Like, I'm not worried about this little shit that y'all worried about. Let me put y'all onto game. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
So I think it's a little different. You got to find the perfect audience because Lil Wayne's audience is going to be way younger than Jay-Z's. Not way younger, but a lot of them are going to be younger than Jay-Z, the Jay-Z's audience. If you really think about it.
That is true.
Like, How to Love. What song can you put from Jay-Z compared to How to Love by Lil Wayne?
He might play what's that song with Beyonce? Drunken Love.
Drunken Love.
But then, do you want to see Jay-Z perform Drunken Love?
That's true.
It's a hit, but it's like, do we want to see that hit?
It's not really his hit. It's kind of Beyonce.
It's Beyonce's record, but then he does have Beyonce. Beyonce could just come out, and then he wins.
That's kind of just cheating at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but then Lil Wayne could have Nicki come out. He could have Drake come out. Yeah. Birdman come out. Birdman comes out, pulls one of these hand rubs, and then boom, releases a dove.
It goes like this, and then
Lil Wayne wins the round.
Everybody checks their back pockets, and they got no wallets.
Nigga, if that Birdman comes with a cage of doves and just starts releasing doves one by one, what are niggas gonna do? Niggas gonna have to leave the building because
start pecking niggas, yo. Niggas is performing. The doves is pecking them and shit. Yeah.
Doves just start shitting on people. Like it's gonna be a fucking mayhem. You know, so that could happen. But it's like, he does have Beyonce. So he could get into the Beyonce card. He could get into the Kanye card. Because if he's not facing Kanye, he could bring out Kanye. Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's true.
But then is he going to play Watch the Throne shit? He doesn't have to, though, because he could play Blueprint shit. Kanye produced basically that whole album, Blueprint 1. So it's like,
Jay could play the whole Watch the Throne, and that shit could be his whole 20. How much is Watch the Throne? How many songs is that? Like 24? Something like that? I know it's a long
But then
album.
do they play 20 songs? If it's Jay-Z battling in verses, he might have to do 40. This little thing is a lot of circumstances. But I don't think that he could say what he wants, but I don't think it holds pure validity. Like no one can beat me. I think you could get beaten, bro.
Look at it like this too. You were saying about every other artist that be saying that nobody else can beat them, and people are like, nah, this person.
Yeah.
Why is it that Jay-Z saying it causes the most reaction? It's because it might be true.
He's highly respected in the game.
It might be true. It might actually.
I think because he's
Better.
known as the GOAT.
Yeah,
but he might not just be talking. It might be true. Like some people feel like they're great, bro. Like we know he's great.
Yeah.
There's nothing we.
I think no one can outperform him on that stage. Like first of all, he doesn't write none of his raps, right? But he's not like a Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, probably my favorite rapper of all time. God bless him. But he does a lot of drugs and has done a lot of drugs, so he forgets a lot of his verses and a lot of his everything. So if he gets on that stage, he's going to have a tough time. He's going to have to practice. He's going to have to rehearse. He also doesn't write his rhymes. But Jay-Z is like a fucking encyclopedia. Like, he'll go on and fucking kill that shit. Like, he'll go crazy.
Facts,
so I know that. And I know he'll pick the right songs. Lil Wayne might not pick the right songs.
Lil Wayne might take it as a concert.
With Nas. That's why he'll be a good matchup.
It could be. It could be.
Because, like, what would you put? If Jay-Z plays Forever Young, what Lil Wayne song are you going to play? That song is, like...
Drop the World. I'll play that. I'll play Drop the World and bring out Eminem.
It's a whole different vibe. And the song, he only has one verse in the song. The song is featured with, Eminem and who else? Who else is in that song?
Drop the World?
Yeah.
I think it's just Eminem.
It's just Eminem?
Lil Wayne and Eminem.
I thought it was somebody else in that bitch.
Forever Young, you can play How to Love.
Yeah.
I'm single.
Yeah.
You know, and if you get into the mixtape Wayne, nigga, Wayne is Wayne. He starts rapping these, but that's the thing. Someone like a fan like me, someone who knows this nigga's catalog will have to pick the songs and have to have a good DJ. That way he can live pick them because Jay-Z might switch it up.
Yeah.
So it would have to be a lot of things.
Right, but that's the
But
thing.
I think it's
Is
possible.
Lil Wayne gonna let you pick those songs, or is he gonna pick the songs that he likes to perform? Because you know how Lil Wayne, we don't know Lil Wayne, but we know how Lil Wayne
I'll
is.
smack that nigga in his chest. I'll smack that little nigga in his chest.
Smack
Come
the
the fuck
smoke out
down.
his lungs.
We gotta win this shit. It's like a boxer, like a nigga's in the corner, like you gotta prep your boxer.
It's like a boxer.
Like you gotta go hard, like because these niggas might think it's like you gonna put a Fat Joe. Fat Joe was playing songs he dropped this year. Like what are you doing? Why are you playing 2021 records? Like you have hits from the fucking 2005.
Yeah,
what are
he
you
was out here
doing?
throwing jabs the
You
whole
back.
time.
That's why Ja Rule beat him.
I know.
So if Lil Wayne tries to play like Seeing Green, that was a major. He went hard. I love that verse this year, but you can't play that if you're doing a verses. Let's say next year, you can't play that. You can't.
Word.
You can't. You can't play new records. Like even if Drake did the verses with Jay-Z, he can't play CLB. He can't play. Can he play More Life? What's on More Life? I don't think he could play anything off More Life. He'd be kind of wasting
you
time.
Sleep on More Life, man.
Maybe Jaded. Jaded is classic, but then Jaded is like, I don't think it.
Nah.
Jay-Z, you can't play that against Jay-Z.
I don't think Wayne. I don't know. I don't see Wayne and Jay-Z, man. I see Nas, right? It's not just about New York. It's just like who has the same bars, the same kind.
My
of
worry with
flows,
Nas, does
like
Nas
the
have
same-
20 hits?
They've been around for a long time.
Does Nas have 20 hits? He might.
Bro, Empire State of Mind, Cherry Wine.
That whole Illmatic album, yeah, that's 10.
You
That's
can
9
play
hits.
new tracks too, man. Like
Cherry Wine. What's that new track with Fivio? That shit was crazy.
Fibio?
With
Fabio.
I don't know. I'm just saying Fivio. I don't
Hit
know
that
why.
shit with a little French.
I be saying
Fivio.
Fivio. Shout out to Fivio.
I like that
I
shit.
rock with you, my boy.
Fivio.
Self-made the hardest song you might have dropped. Bow.
Oh,
Fivio, hit me
Fivio's
up, bro.
watching.
You already
Shout out
know.
to Fivio. Subscribe, Fivio.
Shit, bro. If you need an
I like to
AR.
see Nas though, and Nas and Jay-Z.
Nas and Jay. I don't know if I see. I mean, I can see why you mean Lil Wayne because his catalog is incredible. Like Lil Wayne's catalog is crazy.
That and it'll be dope. It'll be Carter versus Carter. Dwayne Carter
Shit, this nigga's a marketing genius, bro.
versus Sean Carter. And they end the whole battle playing the song, Hey, Mr. Carter,
Ooh.
I am him. Around the world, and I'm back again. Who's been asking about me?
They've been wondering why.
Nigga, what? I'm right here in my chair with my crown in my chair. Young Carter, go harder. Young Hova, yo God. Nigga, I'll fucking pass out. Nigga, that's what we need. End that shit like that. It'll be Carter versus Carter.
That's the only person you see. That's the only fair matchup you see.
I think it's the most marketable one.
I don't think we could say. I don't. With regards to you saying Drake earlier off camera, I don't think we could say Drake, man. I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's two different genres.
I don't
Lil
know. I
Wayne-
think he has the songs, but I don't think Drake is up for it because that Kanye fucking concert, it wasn't a versus, but
What about Jay and
Fuck.
Kanye? Jay versus Kanye. No. It's
that would be amazing. But
It would be fucking incredible. That would be
But that's
40
the
straight
thing.
back-to-back hits nonstop. Like nobody would ever stop singing throughout that whole time. That whole
that would be like
versus.
a 5-hour long battle.
yo.
Kanye's got more hits than Jay-Z.
I think Kanye could
Definitely
win.
does. He has more hits.
And
but-
Kanye's a
more
producer, so Kanye's gonna sequence it right. He
Yeah.
knows what's to pick. He don't even need a fucking DJ. He's gonna be his own DJ, running back and forth. He's gonna make a scandal. He might have a crazy outfit, like unreleased Crocs, like from the future. Like he's gonna go crazy.
he's gonna create his own stage.
And then Jay might be like, "Yo, cut
gonna
that!
have
Come
Amazon
on, bro,
cards.
little bro." And then Kanye spazzes. Little bro, you gonna little bro me?
you
Start
start screaming
spazzing.
at him. Yeah.
Start screaming, "Hey, little bro, this is Versus, nigga. We brothers, but calm down." And this shit gets crazy.
And then they gotta call Solange to come smack the shit out
Solange
of Kanye.
on stage, Beyonce on stage, Kim Kardashian on stage.
my God. Pete Davidson just in
Pete
the
Davidson
back.
throwing tomatoes in the crowd.
Yo.
It could be a party.
Staten Island.
It could be a party.
Sensational.
If we want that shit to be a party, we could be a party. Oh, Future. Speaking of Future, he
With
is
who?
saying that he's bigger than Jay-Z in the streets. And then Jay-Z dropped that thing. He was like, "Oh, you gotta stand in front of that." Blah, blah, blah. He was like Grammy family freestyle, right? Which I don't think is a strong enough record to like be like, oh, like have a badge in honor of, because it's not even on streaming platforms. It's just a freestyle he did. But I think on Funk Flex. But during that freestyle, he does mention like Pluto, blah, 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 but he wasn't talking about Future. But then now I'm looking back at it, I'm like, why would he say that Grammy Family freestyle shit during the fucking clip that went viral? Maybe he was taking a shot at Future because Future said he's bigger than Jay-Z in the streets before Jay-Z said this Versus shit, like a week ago. Like, no, 2 weeks ago. And then now Jay-Z's basically kind of, it could be a light jab, but that could be connecting the dots too much.
I don't see
But that would be crazy.
And are you speaking of just playing him wise, Future is bigger in the streets? Is that what he was saying? Or is he saying like just in general he's bigger than Jay-Z? Because I don't see how that's... I understand in the sense of Jay-Z is no longer in the street. He's not making music for the streets. Jay-Z's making music for rich people or for people to get rich. You know? So it's different.
Yeah, because the more you think about it, like at first I was like, damn, I agree. But it's like, no, because maybe in the Atlanta streets, but Jay-Z's favorite fan, like his fans, like his biggest fans are like street niggas. Like that's what he represented growing up. Like that's where he came from. Like that's his like diehard fans is street.
That's why I think it's important though to understand what time Future's talking about. If you're talking about right now, if you go to Atlanta, yes, you are going to hear more Future than Jay-Z in the streets. Hood niggas out there smoking their blunts, doing their shit. They are gonna be playing more Future. That don't mean they don't got respect for Jay though. And that don't mean that Jay don't represent the streets. Jay represents the streets. Like that's
because I think Future's hard to beat in the verses, but I don't think that he's gonna beat Jay-Z.
No.
I feel like it'd have to be like Future and Drake just to see it.
That would be crazy.
Just to see it. Just
I feel
to
like
see
Drake
that
would
shit.
win.
And see who plays what from What a Time to Be Alive.
Future's one of the best, nigga.
Future's incredible.
But he's not like Jay-Z.
Nah.
I don't think so.
Future definitely, I will say this, he developed a sound. He developed his own sound
think a lot.
that Atlanta has been running off of that other people got to develop from, like Young Thug, all this type of shit. Because Future was the first one doing the rapping that we could understand.
Yeah.
That's
That's very valid.
At first, it was mumble rap.
How about Eminem beating Jay-Z?
Nah, you crazy.
Eminem versus Lil Wayne, I think would be a dope ass versus. I keep saying that one. I want to see that one happen.
Yeah.
I think that could be dope.
Because
Eminem
the way
versus
they
Jay-Z.
both rap, that would be incredible. But I don't know about no Eminem and Jay-Z, bro.
I'm looking at an article. They just list the names. Kendrick Lamar? Nah. I don't think Kendrick got 20 to be Hove. But then Kendrick could get into his like, nah. Let me not.
Kendrick don't got 20 spitting songs.
Kendrick should go against J. Cole.
Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake, and Future, Jay-Z, Nas. Like those are the craziest matchups I could think of.
Let's make them happen, Swiss. We need that.
Yes.
Versus, we need that to actually happen. Whoever
How
faces
about Future
whoever.
and Young Thug? That would be a better matchup.
Nah, because I feel like Young Thug is kind of like a representation of Future's music, like a futuristic representation of.
Exactly.
Wow,
So that's why it
crazy.
would be good. Like a good.
It could be good. Father versus son. I think they were trying to do, and I made it viral on Twitter because it was leaked information on Clubhouse, and then I made it actually viral, and then every like news thing picked it up. Didn't credit me. Okay, but there was a rumor that
Oh my god.
Future was a Future's manager was trying to set up Future versus like an actual versus Travis Scott. And I broke that
would be
news.
good
Remember that
too.
news? You remember that? It was like went viral, and people were like, "Well, I don't know about this." I don't know. But now I think about it, it could kind of work. But Future would win, man.
Isn't it crazy how Travis Scott is such a new artist in a way, and you can pair him up already with those artists?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. That dude's incredible, man.
Yeah.
That dude's music is incredible. He has to be a perfectionist. There's no way it sounds like that. He's not a perfectionist.
Yeah.
But they comes down to the performance too.
Yeah.
It's just I'm trying to think about this shit more. It's like, I don't know. And Travis could do his thing, but
Travis Scott makes places go up, bro.
yeah, he had to face someone up energy. Like I think Young Thug's too low energy.
Future could face Drake too, man. Like you can't sleep
Future
on
and Drake
Future,
would be
man.
dope if Drake tries to stay out of the R&B lane. Because if he goes into the R&B lane, Future's kind of just
Future's
stuck.
got some tracks where he sings too, bro. Like turn on the lights and all that, man. Like
what's the name of this song? I don't want to let you down. I don't want to let you down. What is that shit? I don't know.
I forgot, but I know that song. That song's
That shit
hard.
hard by Future. And he's kind of singing in that. It's not too bad, but I think Drake would have to remove all the R&B, all that. I got my eyes on you. Shit gotta go.
Yeah, I don't
rap
know.
if it's Future
I don't know.
or features.
We're gonna see what happens. It's 2022 is gonna be an interesting
if
year.
that Jay-Z Lil Wayne thing would have happened, I'll go for Lil Wayne. I'll just say that right now.
What?
I go for Lil Wayne too, bro. I want to see Lil Wayne win, but it's like I don't think he will.
Jay-Z,
No, but you're
he
saying
thinks he people can't touch him. I don't like that. He's a little too cocky.
they can't, homie.
I know that you're a billionaire. I know that you got Beyonce. But come on, bro.
I think Jay-Z
Bro,
can't play if he does. He can't play really like songs probably after 2003, like, and that starts and ends with the Black Album. After that, it kind of gets like because he's not gonna play nothing off 444.
when did the Blueprint 3 come out?
444.
He can't play nothing off
pretty
Blueprint 3.
Crazy, bro. Kingdom Come. All them.
No, he can't play nothing off Kingdom Come, Brian. Hell no. If we're just narrowing it down to 20, hell no. Because you got
You just want radio records then. That's what
No,
you
'cause you
tryna
got
have to play
Reasonable
radio
Doubt.
records.
you got Blueprint 1, you got Volume 2, has some major records. You got Black Album. That's all you need. That's all you really need. You get into after that, you're gonna get a bit kind of wishy-washy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
No.
Maybe something off Watch the Throne, but it's like, are you gonna do that?
Why you think after the Blueprint it was kind of just like, oh, it's Jay-Z music. It wasn't like, oh shit, Jay-Z music. Like,
Yeah, like American Gangster. It's an okay album. It's kind of aging good, but I don't think anyone's gonna like. We don't need nothing off of that. Blueprint 3 probably was like the first Jay-Z album I listened to as a kid, like young, because it dropped while I was like a young teenager. But then I went back and revisited everything
So
else.
you want like Otis, you want Izzo,
oof.
you want Hard Knock Life.
That's what he's gonna have to do.
Yeah,
That's what he's gonna have to do
yeah,
because
Well,
you
that'll be
gotta
a
win
little too
over both
predictable.
crowds.
yeah.
You gotta win over the crowd
It's gotta
that
be a
doesn't
good
know
mix.
him
Yeah,
and be like, oh, all right, this is a hit. Oh shit! You
Yeah.
gotta win over the crowd that's like, oh, this motherfucker.
you sounded like David Goggins. Yeah,
This is the motherfucker I grew up on. This is the guy right here. But those hits and shit, those verses, if you go back and listen to them, and when he does them live,
They gon' love me for my ambition.